power at the end. A lot of people, they just love to do everything at once, and he says that's just the right mix for SWP. And so, and that's how he trained me. He just beat it into me. He's like, what are you doing? You know, don't.
Which is the right mix for SWP? Which part?
By doing everything all at once. Instead of settling the ship, putting the pedal in, make sure that we're straight, and then pulling the pitch.
You mean in the set down portion?
Yes.
I see.
He says if you're doing all that stuff at once, you are liable to get into that SWP condition. Whereas if you settle the ship, you make sure your pedals are straight, and then you pull your power at the end, you should be fine, you know? So that's how he kind of trained me. Now, obviously in the 22, it happens a lot more faster. Here, I love it because, you know, it buys you a little time, you know?
Yeah.
So, but... And then obviously the full down is going to be the thing, like just the, you know, how does that picture look for the full down, and then also how to really that's really it. It's just technically the full down is just a running landing. It's just an auto rotation with a running landing. So.
Yeah.
And then obviously what you do with it, you know, your precision. That's what I would kind of like to learn too.
The what part?
Precision, like when you're like, okay, I'm gonna put a cone down or a can, and I'm just gonna aim there, and so, you know, that's the amazing part of seeing you do it.
You know, and I don't know how to teach that except like. If you do it from a steady state auto, like, okay, we're going to enter at 70, we're going to keep it between 60 and 70, and we're not going to deviate,
right.
Well, that can get a little bit tough, right? Because now you're trying to set up your approach, and it has to be exact from the start. And so that steady state auto that you have to do, like in a straight in for your examiner,
right?
Like that's like the hardest one to do because your parameter your window that you can manipulate your speed and stuff is so small, right? But like to hit your spot, there's so many things you can change that you can't do on your check ride. And, you know, we can go over that quite a bit. I don't have an aiming spot.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wish I did. I wish I knew. I wish I could figure that out. But they're all different, you know, the wind, the weight, the density, altitude.
All right, warning lights are out. You got their car.
Yes, sir. 3 in the green.
3 in the green. All right. And we are kind of ready here anytime.
Yes, sir.
All right, are we ready? Our rotation in 3, 2, 1, all the way down, roll to 80, check the collective, a little bit down. There we go. On a steady state, airspeed.
Listen, you can hear your rotors, right?
Yep, so go up.
Yep.
Check a little bit. That's a good one.
When you also feel heavy in the seat, you know, whenever they're building, the RPMs are building?
Yeah.
Okay, back to your deal.
Airspeed, RPM outside, airspeed, RPM outside, airspeed, RPM outside, airspeed, RPM outside, tree level, begin gentle flare, roll on, flare, 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 settle, pedal, and pull. And that's it. That terminates right there at the bottom.
Yep.
We're on the go?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
Yeah, your stuff, everything's really good. Like you don't have any trouble getting your airspeed where you want it. You don't have any trouble with the RPM. Your flare is really smooth. There's nothing choppy about your maneuver, right?
Right.
So just today, with a little bit of time we have, let's just build comfort, right? Don't worry about being perfect. Just do your thing.
Okay. I guess, I mean, if everything's looking to you good, I'll probably do want to try a 180, I guess?
Of course.
All right, here, let's get some airspeed there. Come on, girl.
If you want to, just keep climbing and circle that way, and we can do a 360.
Okay.
We'll start on that side of the lake, and we'll do a left-hand turn all the way around and line up.
Kind of like a spiral auto?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
And nothing tight, nothing real tight. Just we'll adjust it.
You just kind of guide me through, man, and I like that you called out the You hear that? I like that. That was good.
Well, I don't know, it's just another indicator of what's happening with your rotors, you know?
Right. All right.
You can continue climbing, and we'll go all the way to the south side of the lake where that road parallels the long shoreline right there.
Right.
And then kind of like when we get out there in the middle of that road where it bends around, you know, we can start there and turn to the left and come back.
All right.
Traffic November 587 Papa Golf, descending left downwind, runway 1.
All right, we're 900, so we got plenty of time.
November 841 Romeo.
How are we doing on time, by the way?
20 minutes. 20 minutes left.
Okay. Oh, we've done all that in that little time, huh?
You can get a little bit tighter to it, to the road. Actually, you know, let's not make it, go ahead and go that way, and we'll do a 270 instead of a 360 if you want to, like cut straight across, and then enter whenever you're ready. We'll go ahead and get our pre-checks done. All
right.
Warning lights are out, 3 in the green, and the carb heat is up.
Okay. You ready?
Sure.
Okay, auto rotation in 3, 2, 1. All the way down, roll down. All right. Down.
All that happened, we just kind of waited a little bit to get our turn and stuff started.
Yeah. Airspeed RPM outside, airspeed RPM outside.
You know what you can do is take it this way some, and then bring it, keep going, and then slowly bring it to the right, back into the wind, and then get us, you know, we'll just do an S turn to use some altitude.
All right.
Like come back this way some towards the White Cow.
Right.
Because this would be, if we had to, you know, this would be unsuitable. I mean, it'd be plenty survivable, right? A little bit of trees, but...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll add power.
Yeah. Fire.
Okay, just set up a regular 180, because I screwed us up trying to add all that other stuff.
That's fine. Here, we'll get on the go. That's fine. Hey, we had a plan that didn't work out. All right, we got 40. Come on. On airspeed.
Runway 14, touch and go.
If you want to stay tighter to it, just a little bit.
Okay.
So you can reach it when you enter. Where do you want to enter? Kind of over there?
Yeah. I just want to have like at least 7.
Yes.
Just in case. They're going well, and I want to keep them to go well, you know?
Absolutely.
All right, so our checks.
Warning lights are out, 3 in the green, car beats up.
All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Our rotation in 3, 2, 1. Down, right, aft, roll up. Establish the turn. A little bit farther down.
I'm with you. You got it.
All right, keep it going.
You can hear your rotor speeding up there?
Yeah. With gentle, everything gentle. Down. Yeah, we're not gonna.
Yeah, we'll just roll it on.
Roll on. We're 2. So it needs to be closer.
Yes, sir. Yeah, tighter to it somewhat.
Yeah. Go around.
You know how you get good at making autos?
What's that?
You miss over and over and over and over.
You miss a lot?
Yep. Just like anything else. You know, like, so what I did, I had an R22 Beta, and I lived there where we took off, obviously, and the ranch that I take care of is way the hell over there where the wind turbines are on the horizon.
Okay.
And so, like, I'd fly from there, from my house to the ranch, from my house to the ranch and back, like a lot, right?
Right.
It's only like a 30-minute trip, and you know, I always had something to do in the helicopter anyway over there with the cattle, and so I got to fly cross country a lot.
Right.
And a lot of it's like this, you know, a lot of brush, and I was like, man, you know, if I have an issue, like, I need to know how to land this thing.
Right.
Because I'm, you know, shit, they're not going to find you out there. You know, something happens, you have an engine failure or something, and you crash, like, it's going to be a while.
Right.
You'll be there. And so I just started picking nice open areas that had a little road or something, and on the way to and from that other ranch, I would practice power recoveries.
Okay.
And that's where I over years, built up a little bit of proficiency to hit that spot from a steady state auto, right?
Right.
But then, you know, as time progressed, you know, start manipulating the glide and changed everything. But, yeah, dude, if you knew how many spots I missed by 200-300 yards,
right,
you know, over and, you know, just missed them constantly. But it's how you develop the skill.
Right. All right, so warning lights are out. Got the carb heat, green. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so auto rotation in 3, 2, 1. Low collector at pedal right cyclic, roll off, all the way down.